Hello everyone! How are you? I hope you're having the most wonderful Mariner Monday. Today we are playing on the Bismarck, the Azur Lane Bismarck Commander as our inspiration on right now. We're also going to be playing on the Zieten as well with the Hololive Kiara, which is actually just it is, let's see, it is just Henry J. Hyde in disguise. We are going to be playing 2 games with them on ranked. We're currently on the Bismarck. Just because, you know, one, it's Bismarck, and I know I was going to go on the American line, and a lot of people already talked about the American line as it is. So I decided I just, you know, let's try something different. I might actually go and do a Let's Play later on when I'm out, and it will just be pre-recorded gameplay of me going and leveling up ships off time. In case in the situations that I'm out for more than 1 week. So for upgrades on the Bismarck, we are running with Aiming Systems Mod 1. I prefer to have that one just because it helps with dispersion. We are running Damage Control Systems Mod 2. We are running Concealment Mod 1. And we are running Secondary Battery Mod 3. No, we have the, you know, the generic upgrades. So I'm not going to go into that. With the commander, we are running again Bismarck as and Harna and Franz von Hippe as inspirations. I do have Brawler, mainly due because if you have followed me on stream again, like I will put a link down to the Twitch stream where I am mostly active at. So feel free to come on over there and say hi. So we're running with the build that I've mostly been having a fun time on stream. We're running Brawler. I mainly said because I use Brawler to have a better reload time, and also the availability to have the a little bit of a heads up when you don't have your sonar active. You can get a little bit more of the range of your detectability by 15% more. No, it's not a lot, but it's just enough that might help you out. We're obviously running Porcupine. You know, it's German battleships. You'll be crazy not to run that. We are running a Wahrheit. It reduces incoming projectiles while your secondary battery, or you know, your secondary battery aiming or shooting. So you're going to receive with a 6% less damage. We are close to getting it to 8. We're not there yet, but it's so far I'm having a fun time with it. And we're running properly meticulous. I don't know. I VTubers legally cannot say words. And fight fire with fire. So we're going to go on here, and then we're going to go into the other build with the Zieten later on after this first gameplay. So let's get into the Bismarck. Alright, we have already found a game, and it's on Polar. We do have a destroyer in here, so this might be the savior that we may have needed. D23, a Flandre, and a Jean Bart. Our team has a La Flandre, a Udachi, and I'm the Big Mac. If you, for those of you probably are YouTube subscribers or people just coming by, there's a hidden joke between why we call it the Big Mac. So let's see what kind of shenanigans we go on. I did play earlier game on this. I was trying to get the gameplay from that one, but my teammates were in AFK, so it was quite unfortunate. I'm hoping this game goes a little bit more better. They do seem to be active. That's good. That's good. Where's the other battleship? I'm hoping he's at least there. There's been a lot more games lately that people have not been wanting to play. They just go into the game and not move. Okay, there we go. Oh my god, I was gonna freak out. But I've been getting those games lately, and it's kind of weird. It's kind of just like a massive turn off. Alright, so we're going to try to support our Udachi, mainly because Z23 tends to be Z23. Z23 is already trying to get into position. La Flandre is spotted, so that means the destroyer is probably somewhere, has to be somewhere on A. But then again, there's a smoke screen. Yeah, he's cutting crossover here. So we already can assume where he's going to be going. Our secondaries are kind of... Okay, there we go. Okay, we're going to activate sonar just mainly because of torpedoes. We do not know what the sonar might be. The secondaries are at least helping out with damage wise. Okay, we're going to get our main guns over here. Okay, so we have our Udachi over there. He already fired all his torpedoes, so I don't think we'll be able to get more help from him. For at least like a good while, unfortunately. Okay, we're just gonna let this guy... We already have fight fire with fire. We already burned it. So we should be okay. I'm trying to get this guy just to move up a little bit more for those torpedoes, you know? Okay, we got a citadel on him. Alright, so let's try to get this Jean Bart focused down. Torpedoes looking good and true. I do not know if we'll be able to get a third fire and, you know, damage. Yeah, no. We are trying to be very, very careful, chat, because we do not know where that destroyer's at. Okay, we know where the destroyer's at. We unfortunately are going to take that torpedo, and of course, 90% of the time, when it's me, tends to give a flood. See if we can at least take out his secondary or his main weapons. Yeah, we were going to die right there. We were essentially just dead right there anyway. Do not know if we should even be doing the Bismarck, just because Bismarck is such an underrated ship though, but I decided to get the gameplay anyway. I'm not a big fan of the German battleships, as you can see. Only got 130 damage, you know, pretty mid game right there at best. But at least we have teammates who are currently active. Unfortunately, Udachi is not that active. But then again, he really cannot fight Z23 and essentially come out on top. All he can do is provide support, and essentially that's all he can do. This guy did the only smart move that he can do, since C23 is currently playing passive. Very smart, very smart. We are probably going to stay in this game, or I might just delete the gameplay of it. I don't know. Editor San, just decide how this is going to go. Our Yodachi is currently still sitting 5 kilometers back. Surprised that our Laflandre has, you know, I think this guy probably has the spotting tower, so he's able to see him within a certain amount of distance. Okay, well, Jean Bart. Kind of a... I think that was a little bit of a scuff shot. I couldn't see. Our Laflandre is unfortunately taking a massive pounding. Fortunately, our Udachi is a torpedo bow and cannot actually fight against the Z23. Let's see if Jean Bart... Okay, no, not Jean Bart. I mean, it's essentially Jean Bart chat. I mean, Laflandre kind of saw what was going on, how these guys kind of play. He has been more, for at least a good majority of the game, he has been just sitting behind this island. So it's kind of a like a smart play, but it only works for like the first engagement, and then after that, people start picking up on what he's trying to do. Laflandre is trying not to make him have that opportunity to go behind the island anymore, and if he's going to go broadside, he knows he's going to fire torpedoes. Aryudachi is, sadly, he's too far away. 5-kilometer difference. But he is still able to shoot on him, so we'll take the help from that. Let's see, will that be a good blow right there? This is most likely going to cause a flooding because I see the 9 times out of 10, it's always a flood. Will those torpedoes hit? They will not. Oh no, maybe they will. They did not. I believe that, yep, the guns got taken out. Unfortunately, our Udachi is too far away and it can no longer assist. Udachi, I believe, is currently around 6-kilometer difference. Oh boy, this is why you chat. A friendly reminder when you're playing this type of game mode, do not go on Udachi. You are essentially just there in pain, crying, essentially just crying. Now he is on fire. Udachi got the kill, very close. 970 HP remaining. Quite a very interesting turn on that right there. My money was on the Z23. Let's see. Team score, we were kind of at the bottom, unfortunately, but it was to be expected just because I mostly tend to go on other types of ships. All right, and time for the second gameplay. We're going to be going on Zieten. Hopefully this one will be a little bit more interesting. We are running Kiara, which is just an inspiration. And this is the build I'm running. Inspirations are the same. Harana, Franz von Hipper. Only difference is we are running marksmanship that could decrease the main battery dispersion, and we'll see how this goes on a game 2. All right, there we go. We are on game 2 with the Zieten. We have a Baltimore and a Jean Bart on our side. On the enemy team, they have a Baltimore, Roma, and Iowa. Iowa's, again, probably going to be the more concerning of all of them. Baltimore can also be very terrifying too if the Baltimore player is very, very well attuned with the heavy cruiser line for the Americans. So let's see how this is going to go. Now, if in comparison wise, I'm going to be honest with you, I prefer the Battlecruiser line more than just the regular battleship line, just because the Battlecruiser line is more accurate and the guns tend to do a little bit more damage, and you have torpedoes. As you can see, we have Kiara right there supporting us, our everydays. Yes, let us go. So we're going to see, we'll try to push into B, but if we see majority of our team go into A, we might have to change it up. We do have torpedoes. That is indeed the enemy's kind of deterrence if they try to get at least with a good distance with me. We just fire the torpedoes on them, because it would result in a trade, and they would most likely not want to have that. Let's see if we could do a little bit more better in the game. We'll see if we can out-damage us, or out-damage our previous score in the Bismarck. So let's see how this is going to go. Okay, we have Baltimore over here supporting us. Jean Bart is, I believe he's essentially just getting himself in position. Fortunately for him, he has to get ships to our broadside just because of the dispersion pattern for it. It's more of a horizontal dispersion, meaning if you're broadside, we're going to get taken out fairly quick by French battleships. Now, if you decide to make yourself vertical, going in essentially like in this position right here, he cannot hit you all that much, and he or she will be crying in tears of agony. Let us say. Where? The Baltimore's right here is like, I got you. He hasn't, believe that is the 23rd New Year's skin he has on. I was gonna say the 24, but I don't think we had that, or it's currently active. I don't recall. I have bad memory. I do have a bad memory. I do apologize. Okay, we're going to try to aim up at that superstructure. And both shells were very accurate, as you can see, as they completely choked. We are taking massive amounts of damage, unfortunately. I was kind of hoping Baltimore would not have done that. We cannot push up all the way. Baltimore is essentially making himself a bigger target. Okay, we're just gonna push up right here. Kiara's going in. Being an absolute legend. We got shafted. There we go. Let's go. All right, we have the Roma. He is currently just sitting there, menacingly. But we'll use this to kind of see if he is going to be moving. I know we're looking at smokestacks too. Okay, we are going to let these guys know to go over here and get A. Okay, we have to go over here and manually do that. We are trying to back up, chat. Essentially trying to get them with the, a lot of people tend to catch that off guard every single time, chat. Assuming since he's probably aware of that by now, he is not going to be pushing in all that much. And now we're having a Pirates of the Caribbean moment. Okay, we're gonna have to pop that just because we did receive a massive amount of damage. We're trying to get that citadel right there. Unfortunately, we did not get it, but we will use our secondaries and try to finish them up. He did angle right there, so we had to aim a little bit more at that superstructure. Okay, nope, could not get it. It ricocheted. I was trying to get that superstructure. All right, so let's see our damage right now. Is it better than our last game? That is the million-dollar question. For our first game that we got on our Bismarck that I started recording in, we have around 72,401 damage with the Bismarck, with Bismarck as our commander on the Bismarck. On this one, we have 96,123 damage. So there's a big difference right there. We've also, I believe, we have got 165 secondary hits on the Zieten and 130 hits on the Bismarck. So I don't know about you, but when I look at the comparison wise, I do believe that we have clear winner right there. The Battlecruisers are more accurate and more formidable. I would believe if we were to try a Bismarck on the Battlecruiser line, I know it's probably like a dumb idea. Why make it more accurate? Maybe it might be better, maybe not. But we do have the Schleifen, and people tend to put the Bismarck on Schleifen just because it just makes Schleifen unnerved. So with that, have a most wonderful rest of your day. I hope to see you all coming back on Friday, and I will share basically more stories from my trip out on my journeys, if I have any weird stories. Until then, have a great rest of your Monday, and I hope to see you all on Friday on stream. Bye-bye!